There's no country I would die for. There's no land to call my home. There's no flag I can salute, no endorsement I've known. And if soil I must believe in, then I have no home at all. And make my grave wherever I fall. So tell me, what should I believe in? Come now, tell me what is right in a world that's built with empty words, words to confuse wrong and right. And if home's where the heart is, then it should be plain to all to make my grave wherever I fall. I'm sure there's beauty in the mountains, it's there in the breaking dawn. I have seen it in her eyes, and in the city I was born. But I've known nothing that can last here, nothing great and nothing small. So make my grave wherever I fall. So if all this living is a circle, we're all drifting in the wind. Some will drown while others drink, and some will sink while others swim. But through all the educated guesses and religion's pretty dresses, oh, there's nothing really sacred here at all. So make my grave wherever I fall. Oh, you can lie me with my father to be forever after, but that just makes no difference at all. So make my grave wherever I fall.
Sometimes you hurt so hard, the blackest bruises, the biggest scars, and sometimes the world falls apart. And some days you're meant for giving up, for closing doors and keeping windows shut. Sometimes it's just too much. To take. Close your eyes and just count to 10. Remember days you were smiling, friend. Hide away however you can. 'Cause sometimes it's just too dark to find your way, make a spark. Someday